So in preparation towards the new trading week, we should have our highs definitely on the USD and maybe some euros and also some pounds. But let's look at the market. Let's try to scout. Let's look for some opportunities we can keep eyes on to begin the new week. The first chart here we have EU. So all I'm simply looking forward to is something that looks good, something with a market with some potentials. So EU daily time frame, this is really what we have on the daily. And the first thing we can see here, price is approaching the daily high. So there is a lot of possibility that price is going to retest this daily high up here, somewhere around here. And price is very close. The market is very close to this very zone over here. So we may see some bullish activities on EU. However, on the 4-hour time frame, this is what we have on the H4, and this looks like price needs some corrections. Price needs some correction, and the first thing you would also realize is from the 4-hour time frame, what we have here, we have this high, which is being tested. Remember, on the H4 here, on the 4-hour time frame, we have a bullish trend, and this bullish trend here became a downtrend. So we have something like this. We have these levels here. This level here also lines with the daily level, and likewise, we have this whole level over here. We have this level right there. So when you look right here, you would see how price has been moving. So we have something like this on the H4. Price has created this new high. We have not had any corrections ever since this new high has been created. So we may look out for a possible correction in this case. This was a downtrend for quite some time. We had moves like this on this 1-hour trend. This is most likely a 1-hour trend. So we have moves like this, and then price continued all the way down. And right now, price has created this new high, which simply means we should look out for some possible correction in this case. But let's look at the H1 and see how it looks on the H1. So the 1-hour time frame, this looks even better on the H1 because the H1, we are able to see the trend even clearer. This looks very good on the H1. This is the trend over here. We have a bullish trend. Price has been doing highs and lows, highs and lows. And now what we see here in this case is price has created a new high. And this new high here has given us something really interesting. We have a very good bullish, a very good double top market confirmation here. So which means when price opens, we are good to go. Unless price does some very crazy gaps at market open. If there is nothing like gaps or anything, we are good to go in this market. Remember, this double top lines perfectly with the daily level, with the level from the H4 I marked out. I marked out a neckline from the H4. So this level here lines with that very zone on the H4. So there is a lot of possibility from this very high with this confirmation we have here. We have some good possibility for a short-term short. This is a short-term short because we have a bullish trend. This is a bullish trend, so we are looking forward to a short-term short. And on this short-term short, we have our entry right there from that high. And the first TP is definitely to this low here. And the second TP is to the next low. So EU is one to keep an eye on. You need to keep your eyes on EU to begin the week. We have our first TP right there and the second TP right here. And let's look at how many pips we have in this case. From this high to this low, we have about 80 pips. And your second TP here, we have about 140 pips. So a lot of potentials on Euro USD to begin the week. Let's watch out for that. Let's watch out. So, like I said on the H4, remember that level, this level from the H4, very clean level here, and it lines perfectly with the H1 level. So we need to keep our eyes open and watch out for that high. That is the potential short-term short. Short-term short because of the 1 hour trend. The 1 hour time frame is our trend time frame. And the trend we see here looks really good. So let's keep our eyes open and let's watch out. And this remains a very, very good trade for as long as this high does not break. For as long as that zone does not break, this remains a very, very good trade. So all you need to do here is just to wait, pick a good entry anywhere around that high and have a good risk management, lot sizes, and you're good to go. Your first TP should give you about 80 pips. Your second TP should give you about 100 pips. So very easy technicals on this one, very simple, very clean, and let's watch out. Let's see what price is going to do on that. The next one, let's look at USD CAD. And we need to go to the high time frame and see if we see something clean. So this on the high time frame for me. Okay, let me quickly take a look at the H1. The 1 hour time frame here is a downtrend, but this does not look so great for me. It does not look so great for me. So I would be moving away from USD CAD to begin this new week until I see something really great. And the main reason is that price just broke out of this low. Price is about to break out of this low. So we need to be very patient in this kind of cases because there is good possibility that price would keep falling all the way down here. Remember, price has been at this level for quite some time. So price has played around. This was definitely a bullish trend. So price has played around from that from this region for quite some time. We've had a lot of moves like this, and this has taken a lot of time. So price right now looks like it's going to break this level. And if it breaks this level, there is a good chance that price is going to keep falling all the way down here. But we can get in a sell when price gives us a good confirmation. But right now, there's no good confirmation for sells. So we need to be very patient with this one for now until price shows us, until price gives us something very clear. So USD CAD on the H1, we have the downtrend, but let's wait, let's sit this one out and see and come back to it towards the middle of the week. If we find a good entry, we can take advantage of that. But at the moment, we need to be very careful because there is a lot of levels all the way down, and let's see how price reacts to that. Next one here is USD JPY, UJ. And UJ as well, one of the markets with some potentials for the new week. And that is because of the daily time frame high. On the daily, we have this high here, which is holding. This is a daily level here from this high. However, on the H1, let's see if we get something really clean. The H1, we have this bullish trend on the H1. So to make it very simple, we have something like this on the H1, which is a bullish trend, and price has continued with this bullish trend from the past week. So right now we can see that price has created a new high. Price has created a new high. So the most important thing in this case is to react to that. So the first confirmation we have in this case is there is a daily high from this level. The zone here is a daily high. And the second confirmation here is price has created a new high over here based on this H1 trend. We are focused on the H1 trend, right? The H1 trend is our focus, right? So price has created this new high on the H1 trend. And based on this confirmation we have here, this level here becomes a point of interest. So from this point of interest, we should be looking for confirmations for reversals. We need to wait for confirmation for reversal. So from that point, we should look out for when price gives us a green light. When price gives us a green light to go short. So anywhere inside of this zone, if we have some good reversal candlesticks or entry confirmation, we are good to go. So right now, all we need to do is be patient and wait for good entry confirmation. So we can see price has given us some bearish engulfing, but I would like to get something more. We have these rejection candlesticks here, but I would like to see something a little more. So that is why I said you need to be patient and wait for more confirmations here to back up your entry in this case. So that is USD JPY. That is how we should look at this one to begin the week. Some possible shorts in this market. However, we need very good confirmations for the entry from this zone. So anywhere inside of this zone, we can pick entries. Remember, this zone lines with the daily high, this daily level here. So let's watch out for that and let's see what happens. And another thing you would notice on the daily time frame here, we have what looks like a possible double top. Look at this. This is a very ugly double top possibility here. So price has done something like this. We have the first high, we have the second high. The first candlestick over here, look at this candlestick. We have a rejection candlestick here. We have a rejection candlestick. This pin bar here is a rejection candlestick, a reversal pattern. Regardless of the candle color, this is a reversal pattern. So let's look at how this very candle here, how this candle is going to close, or the following one will determine if this high will be broken or not. So there is possibility that price is going to close this candlestick and the next candle is going to be a long bearish candlestick. There is that possibility that price would most likely close that current candle and print another candle like this, and after which price is going to continue falling. So this case here is, this example here is very possible with what is going on right now, because this remains a possible double top. On the 4-hour time frame also, we can see what we have here. On the H4, you can see this high here. Price was respecting this high. We have that reversal candle pattern. And on the H1, we have that new high, which has been created on the H1. So the best way to react to this market would be using the H1 moves. The H1 moves would give you a fair advantage of getting in at the right time. So here in this case, we have that bullish trend, which has confirmed. And then this is giving us a possible short because price has created a new high. So let's watch out for what happens from inside of this zone. This zone here is our point of interest. And all we need to do is wait for good entry confirmations and apply risk management, money management, and we are good to go. So that is USD JPY, very good trade. Let's keep our eyes open and let's watch out for these things. And if we are going to take a trade on this, our TPs, good places to have your TPs would be this level here. This is a good first TP here. And the second one would be this level down here. So TP1, TP2, TP2 is somewhere anywhere around here. That is a good TP2. TP1 is somewhere around here. So TP1, TP2, this is what we should watch out for. TP1 here is about 60 pips and TP2 here is about 150 pips. So let's keep our eyes open and let's watch out for that, that possibility. So next one after that, let's look at USD CHF. So this one here is already on the move. Remember from last week, from Friday, I talked about possible correction on this one on the chart. Price gave us very clean double bottom after price created a new low. So this new low here was created and then we had this double bottom and price has been bullish. Price has been going bullish. So if you took a trade when we talked about this on Friday in the chart, you definitely should be in profit. We have about 40 pips before the market close. And let's see how this, I believe when the market opens, this will continue bullish for quite some time. So we cannot, we are not gonna get any trade on this one to begin the week, but I believe towards the middle of the week, we are going to get a possible short in this market. So this one, we need to wait. We need to wait on this market. Remember, this is a downtrend. The trend on this market is a downtrend, so we should be looking for some possible short in these markets to continue with the trend. So the trend right now, this is what we should be looking at. This is what we should be looking at in this case. So our point of interest in this market would be this low, this high here, and this other one at the top. So these are two key places we need to pay attention to in this market. So right now, price is in the middle of nowhere, and we need to wait for price to retest any of these two places before we can have a trade. So right now, we just wait. For those who got into this trade from Friday, they should be in profit, and they're looking to hold to this level for their TP, and then we can have a possible short from that point. So that is why I said USD CHF, we just need to wait until price lines up for a good shot. The next one after that is AUD USD. Before I explain AUD USD, let's quickly let me jot down the markets. That's good to go. So EU is good to go, and then USD JPY look good to go. So these two look good to go to begin the week. So AUD USD, what do we have on AUD USD? Remember, we talked about this one as well on the chat on Friday. So on the H1, we have very clean trend on the H1. I told you recently the H1s for most of these markets have been very clean. If you are looking to trade, you need to pay a lot of attention to your H1 these days, because they have a lot of confirmations, a lot of informations, and very easy to read. So on the H1 here, we have that that bullish trend. Price is doing a trend like this on the H1. We have something like this. So price created that high, and then we have that confirmation, a lot of rejections, and price was setting up for some shots. So I actually took a trade. I'm still holding my trade risk-free. I have one lot on this on this trade, somewhere around here, around the second high. And price is in some profit, but let's see how it does when it opens for the week. So this is very simple to understand, because price created a new high, and from this new high, we have some good rejections, and this is definitely a short-term short. Short-term short because this is a bullish trend. So on this bullish trend, we are looking for possible TP right here. And the second TP should be somewhere around here. Anywhere around this low here, you are going to take your profits and look for the next trade. So right now, we're simply waiting for these shorts to fully play out. For those of us who have trades in from Friday, you are looking for what price does when it opens for the week, and a possible continuation of the move to the downside. So this in this case is about 50 pips, and TP2 here is about 80 pips thereabouts. So this also is not a trade I would recommend for anyone to get into when the market opens, and that is because price is about halfway to the TP. So this is not a good trade to get in now. So the entry was at this very high. So if you had entry at this very high, you have a good chance for some good profits. So the next one I would talk about would be, let's look at GJ. Okay, GJ is in a no man's land, which means I'm not interested in GJ right now. There are no levels to back up our analysis. So it is not a good thing to even trade GJ right now. It is very, very bullish, and we need to get good market data to give a good analysis of any market. So GJ, when you look to the past, it is way, way back. It is breaking a lot of highs, which means I cannot recommend trading GJ right now until price settles in and give us a good information to analyze. So GJ, we have to skip this for now until we get something good to analyze on. So here we have NZD USD. Let's look at the daily. The daily time frame, this is what we have on the daily, and we have what looks like a downtrend. To keep it very short, we have what looks like a downtrend here. And right now we can see price reaching for this high. Price is approaching this level here. We have a level here, and we have the ultimate level up here. So these are two important levels we need to keep eyes on with NZD USD. But let's look at the H4. Let's see what we have on the H4. So 4-hour time frame, this is what we have on the 4-hour time frame. And the first thing you would notice is we have a very clean downtrend on the H4. This is the downtrend right here. And as you can see, price is reaching for this very high. This high here is most likely going to get tested, and this is the ultimate high in this trend, which means price is most likely going to give us some good shot from that high. However, let's look at the possibilities on the H1. On H1, what do we have? This is the H1, and definitely we have this bullish trend on the H1. And when you look at this bullish trend, price is testing the previous high. We have something like this going on, and price has come back to this previous high. So this is only a possibility for a short-term short. This remains a short-term short for as long as this low here does not break. A short-term short simply means this is going to remain a bullish trend, an uptrend, for as long as this ultimate low here does not break. So price is giving us an opportunity for a possible short to begin the week in this market. So this TP is right here, first TP here, and the second TP to the ultimate low here. So this is one of the opportunities that look ready to go for the week. TP1 is about 60 pips, and TP2 here is about 90 pips. So let's watch out for NZD USD, and let's see how these moves happen. The most important thing here you need to keep in mind, price is giving us rejections at a very good place. You can see we have a lot of rejections right here. All of these are rejections, and this is a potential double top, right? So looking at this entry confirmations here, and with this previous high, which is being tested, we have a very good counter trade right here. A short-term short, TP1 is right here, and TP2 is to this ultimate low. And ultimately, you need to use your risk management, your money management. These are the two most important things in trading. You are not going to win every single trade, but when you apply a good risk management, a good money management, you are going to come out profitable. So that is NZD USD. So I'm going to add NZD USD to my list of markets that look ready to go. So which other one do we have? Let's look at AJ. AJ looks like he's in a no man's land. Okay, AJ looks even better than GJ, and that's because we have an information from the past, right? We have something to look at and reference from. So I would love to see what happens when AJ from this very high. So right now we just need to be patient and watch out for what happens on the H1. I believe this also is not ready, but we need to keep eyes open because price is about to retest a very good level. So AJ, we need to wait. We need to be very patient and see what happens from that daily high. Nothing is solid right now, but it looks really interesting in a couple of days, and we should get some good confirmations. So let's wait on that. GU, this is GU. GU has been a little snobbish from the last week, and nothing really difficult has happened. All we see here is continuations. Price has continued the trend, and the trend on the H1 is a bullish trend. So price has continued bullish. So right now we can see price is creating a new high on the daily. The daily high here is being broken. So this has been the daily high for some time. So price is breaking out of that that very high. We had a possible double top from that point. So price is going to the top side. So on the H1, let's see what we get. The H1 here is a bullish trend. However, I do not recommend taking any shots right now because price is almost in a no man's land, right? If you go all the way to the back, there is no good information to use for your reference, right? So We just need to wait on GU. However, the truth remains there is a possibility for correction. And also with this correction we are looking at, there is no guaranteed way of giving a very sure level to trade off. So this here could be your entry level. However, there is no good LOI from the left to back it up. So that is why I would not be trading GU for now until price gives me a very solid trend and solid levels. So I believe that will be the only three trades on my watch list, my personal watch list to begin the week. But if you guys have anything else on your watch list, I can look at it and then we see what they're doing together. But for me, this will be the only three I'll be looking at to begin the week. So if you have anything else on your watch list, you can just bring it up and let's look at it. Okay, Euro AUD. So let's see EA. What do we have on EA? Okay, so this is my daily time frame on EA. As you know, I always begin from the daily. And the daily, what we have here, it's really simple. We have a bullish trend on the daily time frame. Very easy to understand. So price is doing something like this on the daily time frame. And the first thing you would notice here, we have a trend line like this. See? Okay, trend line has been broken, which means it is not valid. So the next thing our highs should be on should be this level here. We have a daily level right there, and the next one is right here. So this is what we have here. And when you look at what price also has done in this case, looking at what we have here, you would notice something like this. So this simply tells you that we have potentials on this move to the downside. However, we have a daily key level which is being tested, which means there is a possibility for bounces from this level. And on the H4 here, this move here is based on the H4. So let me go on the H4 and explain that even better. So H4 here, this is what we have on the H4. You can see this looks even very good on the H4 because the H4 here, we have a very clean looking downtrend. So with this downtrend, this is what price has been doing. So price has created a new low, and this new low here lines perfectly with a daily key level. Remember, this low is a daily key level based on the daily time frame. So we have a daily key level which is being tested from that low. And this simply tells us we should pay attention to what happens next. So from this trade here, there is a possible correction because price has created a new low. There is a possible correction in this case because we have a new low. And on the H1, you would get even different lows. But the best way to approach this market would be to keep your eyes on the H1, right? Because this may take some time before it plays out. This is the 4-hour chart, and on the 4-hour chart, everything you see happen here, could be a few weeks, a couple of days, because this is the 4-hour chart, right? All of this here took a couple of days. So the best way to handle this kind of trade would be on the H1. So let's look at the H1 and see what we have on the H1. So on the H1 here, you would see what looks like a downtrend in this case. So it makes it very easy for you to manage your trade even better. So with this knowledge here, the first thing you want to do is keep in mind this level here is a daily key level. So this gives you more assurance for your trade. And we are looking for an opportunity for longs. we are looking for longs. So on these longs here, our first TP, your first TP in this case should be this very high, this H1 high. This H1 high here should be your first TP. So if you have a trade in this market, you are looking to hold to this high. However, when price goes into profit, you need to lock in your trade. You need to be risk-free on this trade. EA can be volatile sometimes, so you need to make sure you manage your trade the right way. Your entry level is this very zone down here. For as long as the zone does not break, your trade remains a good trade because the zone lines perfectly with a daily level. So in this case, I would love to have my first TP right here. And let's see how many pips in that case. We have about 200 pips in that case. We have about 200 pips in that case for our first TP. And like I said, if you pick an entry and you are in profits for about 50 pips, your trade should be set to risk-free. Your trade should be set to risk-free. So there is no point to expose yourself to so much risk on a market that is very volatile. And it is very important you manage your trades the right way. So here we have potentials for longs to begin the week. And like I've just shown you on the H1 levels to pay attention to would be this very high for your first TP. And your entry is really from this low here. This is your entry level right there. So if you have your entry from that low, your TP is right here. Very easy trade. And for as long as that black line does not break to the downside, your trade remains a very good trade. On the 4-hour time frame, you would have something like this, and with the 4-hour chart, you would be forced to look at an extended target, which is all the way up here. So an extended target would be all the way up here. So if my first TP is right here, my second TP would be up here. So TP1 is here and TP2 is here. So if I have my entry from this low, first TP is here, second TP is here. So H4, this is how you would want to see it. This is the trend on the H4. So there's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of potentials with Euro AUD. I definitely would keep my eyes on this as well, and that is more importantly because of what the daily looks like. I love to see very good potentials from the daily. So if I see something very solid, very clean on the daily time frame, it really gets my attention. So this definitely has my attention, and I'll be watching out to see what happens with this. So H4, lots of rejections here. You can see what we have here. We have a lot of rejections, and this has taken a lot of time, right? This has taken a couple of days to happen, a lot of time, about 2-3 days here. Price is stuck. Price has been stuck inside of this zone. So by the time price is ready for the push-up, it's going to be big. So let's keep our eyes open, and this looks really good. It looks good. And the way I'm going to manage my trade is simply how I have showed you using the H1 chart, the H1 time frame. The H1 levels are my go-to levels, especially when the market looks or moves slowly. When we have slow moves in the markets, or we have low volatility in the markets, the low time frame should be the levels you trade off. So this is really what EA is doing. So let's keep eyes on good trade also right here. And I would be adding this to my watch list to begin the week. So I believe these 4 are good enough to begin the week. EU, UJ, NU, and Euro AUD. Yeah, these 4 are enough to begin the week. And this does not mean you need to enter all of this trade at once, right? The most important thing, like I said, has been risk management, money management. If you manage your trade right, you may lose 2 trades, you may lose 3 trades. One winning trade will cover all your losses and bring you back into profit. That is the beauty of understanding risk management. If I had a loss if I lost the trade on EU, lost a trade on UJ, lost a trade on NZD/USD, and I won my trade on EA. This one winning trade could cover up all these losses and bring me back into profit. That is the powerful nature of Forex trading and applying the right risk management system. It is very important. Discipline over anything else. Do not chase money, do not chase quick money and all of that. Just try to apply the discipline and simply go by the right knowledge. That is very important. So I believe these four are good enough for us to go to begin the week. So let's keep eyes open on that. So that'll be everything we can do for now on this session. So today's Sunday, today's Father's Day. I do not want to keep all of us on this meeting for so long. So let's wrap this up and then get back probably tomorrow or some other time. Good for everyone. So any question before I wrap this up? Okay, let's call it quit for now. And we'll be back again when the market opens. Bye for now.